What's going on, guys? This podcast is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet, and this is my daily wallet. It's just a simple cards in, pop your cards out when you need them. On the back, it's got a money clip for any cash you got to carry around, and it just makes life easy. If you're like me, you don't like carry around big, bulky things in your pockets, and I don't want to always carry around a man purse, so sometimes I just want to get out the door. This is easy, small, I slide it in my pocket, and I'm out the door. This is Forged Carbon. I'm going to show you guys the website really quickly. It comes in a whole bunch of different styles. Aluminum, titanium. This is gold plated. It comes in a whole bunch of different styles, so you can choose whatever you like. Very convenient, guys. Go to ridge.com/RBP, get 10% off your order, or just use code RBP at the website and also get 10% off your order, guys. Make your life easy, make your life simple. Get a Ridge wallet, get out the door. What's up, man?
Nothing. You?
Is the hat backwards day or something?
Well, I just woke up from a nap and my hair was a little wacky, so I just figured I'd put that on.
I forget what it's like to have hair and worry about what it looks like.
Yeah, no,
I haven't had to do that in many, many years.
Yeah, I'm going to me, Chris, and Dom are going to Turkey in December, getting our hair done.
I was just going to ask you about that because I heard a lot of people are going to Turkey now, and it's actually like working out for people. Like it's looking good.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Well, Noah went to the same place. Noah Hamilton went to the same place we're going.
That's right.
Yeah.
How much is that?
Free.
What do you mean it's free? Oh, they just want you to promote it?
Yeah, they hit us up. It's a place called Now Hair Time. They'd hit us up, me and Chris, up a few times over the years, and wanted to do a collaboration. Like they'd fly us out and do the surgery and all that, and we'll kind of document and the whole process and all that.
All right. Well, Now Hair, whatever it's called. I'll also be happy to promote your product if you get my hair back.
You'll need 2 million fucking transplants.
What are you talking about? I got lots of hair on the sides.
Yeah, but they take it from the sides and put it on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you'll just have hair on the top and none on the sides because it'll all have to go from one to the other.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I guess that's cool, right? People do like this shaved sides. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that would look cool.
Brett, if you could have hair on the top of your head and not on the sides, would you take that? Over not having any hair at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So like I said, what's it called? Now Hair?
Yeah, Now Hair Time. Hit them up.
All right. Now Hair Time. Hit me up.
Yeah, just hit them up and say, hey, my boys are coming down December. I'm coming too. And they'll be like, okay.
Yeah. Ian and Chris are coming. I'm going to jump on a flight with them.
Yeah.
I'll be the best. I'll be the best one to promote them because I have the least amount of hair.
That's true.
If they can
Dom's shaved like you.
But can he actually grow any hair on top?
I don't know how. I think he has a decent. I'm not sure because he's always shaved. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I can grow hair on top, but it's like thin.
Yeah.
Like you could still see my scalp pretty clearly. Anyway, what's going on? Brett, what's going on?
What's up? It's good to be back.
Is that your office at the gym or where are you?
Yeah, this is my office. I need to get a flag from you. I need to get a banner and throw it up in the back.
I know, but what gym are you at? Are you Armbrust or?
My office is in Armbrust.
Is it your office or is it a shared office?
No, it's mine. Yeah. So they have a section in the back that's just offices. There's probably six or seven. So, different trainers, different businesses are back here, the gym owner. So it's really nice. It's a great setup. I got everything here. So I can just be here all day if I need to be. And then got the refrigerator, kitchen, little area, everything.
Yeah.
So,
how often are you training people? Like how often are you full-time? Like,
no, not much full-time. I mean, it's kind of just different avenues in general. I mean, I do my online coaching. So, I have probably 25 to 30 athletes there, competitors. And then for one-on-ones, personal training, like I've kind of cut back a little bit, just, more as we focus more on my own bodybuilding. So I probably do 2, 3, 4 a day. It just matters on the day.
Yeah.
I don't get too, locked into that because then it'll take away from what I'm trying to do right now on the bodybuilding part of things, but it's comfortable. And so having this office here helps everything too, because then I can just get my meals in always and just here all the time. So it works really well.
Yeah. Ian, how many clients are you training now? Coaching?
None.
You're not doing any online coaching? Other than
less than 10.
Less than 10. So you're just like,
well, I'm going the way of not doing any. So I mean, now if I don't take new ones, and if someone leaves, I don't fill the spot. Like I'm not getting rid of, and I like the ones that I have, and a lot of them are the ones I've had for a long time. And I would be happy to keep them forever. But if they leave, I'm not replacing the spot, and I'm not taking new ones now.
Is it you don't enjoy online coaching, or
no, I
just have too much going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's especially this year, like with how many shows I was doing, and like, you know, the gravity of the shows, you know, like when it's big shows and you're talking about like, you know, placing at the Arnold, you know, Olympia, it's just like, it takes a lot of like mental energy, you know, and it's like, I was finding that with too many, it was just like overwhelming to me from like the mental capacity that I would need to like tend to those people as well as tend to myself. So,
yeah. He's making it. He's living the dream. You can bodybuild full time. That's the goal.
Yeah,
right?
like at this point, like it's not. I don't need the money by any stretch, so it's not like like obviously I want to keep that avenue in my back pocket for when I'm done bodybuilding or stuff like that, and I know that'll always be there, you know, as something for a little extra money. But at this point, no, it's not like worth the time and energy for me at this point, you know.
I guess that's what I meant by, do you enjoy online coaching? Because the guys who, what's up, guy? How are you?
What's up, guys?
I think guys who enjoy online coaching do it even though they're competing. Whereas what Brett said was, once you get to a certain level, if you don't really love it, you can kind of get away from it and focus on the thing you do love.
Some people I have, like the people I have now, I like it as people and I enjoy working with, and I wouldn't ever get rid of them. You know, but there is a point where it just takes like, yeah, like, you know, especially like when I was doing the Arnold, like I had, you know, amateur clients competing the same weekend, or like doing the Olympia and I had people competing the same weekend, or I'm trying to do Texas and I had people competing the same weekend. Like, you know, it's tough, you know, and even like doing Chris this year, like, you know, doing Chris at the Olympia, like that was hard for me, like mentally to like balance that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's finding like the right amount of like what gives me a little bit to like stay active, you know, so I'm not like just sitting on the couch all day, but also that I'm not like feel like that it's taking away from my own bodybuilding, you know.
Sorry to be smirking, but Guy's a fucking clown.
Fucking Guy's mug.
Yeah, he's such a clown. You're such a character. You're like, I know exactly what you did. You're like, I'm gonna get this mug ready for the podcast, and then it's gonna get a laugh.
See if anyone says anything.
Probably only drink water. You know.
Yeah, it's water.
I saw you. Yeah, there's nothing. There's just Maminos in there.
Yeah.
What's going on, Guy? How are you?
Good.
How's retirement?
Good. Minus, I think my dad's probably still high, but.
Oh, can we touch on something from last week? So
there we go.
No, it's not about you, Nick. So people are like, who did Nick beat up? Because he had like Protan all over his knuckles.
Yeah, because I said it looks like he kicked the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, well, I think people believed you, but people don't realize that like when you put Protan on or stuff like that, it gets stuck in like
on your knuckles.
The drier calloused skin. It stays
so like your elbows, your
like look at my palm, like you can still see.
Yeah. So Nick didn't beat anybody up. He just had Protan on his knuckles, and that was.
Yeah, I have a little. You can still see on those two knuckles, but
do people not no comprehension?
No, I think you know what it is. I think someone started a rumor that Nick and Hunter got in a fight backstage.
I heard this
because I was going. Yeah, I was going around, right? So I got that message during the Olympia. So I messaged Ben because Ben was backstage with Hunter.
Those are literally the two most unconfrontational human beings I've ever met.
I know.
Those are the two most polar. Like when I tell you, they are like very similar but different. But the similarities, they don't like. Hunter would be like,
no, man, they were completely like. Trust me.
No, I know.
People were like. You know, obviously Nick was not happy about his placement, but he wasn't mad at Hunter. And like everyone was still cool backstage. They were chilling. Like, I mean, everything was.
If you're a competitor and gets mad at another competitor for beating you, you are an official douchebag.
Yes.
Yeah. No, but it was funny because somebody started the rumor and I'm like, I know this is a rumor, but I'm just going to find out just to make sure. So I deleted it because I'm like, it's got to be bullshit. And then I messaged Ben. I'm like, tell me this is bullshit. He's like, yeah, man, it's total bullshit. But it keeps coming around.
I was around Nick almost the entire time backstage, and Nick was happy as a pig in shit the entire time until the very last 2 minutes. And even then, it was just upset, but he wasn't like, there was no
I would so play into that. If I was Hunter, I would like post a picture and be like, "Fuck Nick," and just start like just a.
Oh man, that was viral so fast.
Yeah, just rabbit hole the whole fucking thing.
Two dudes.
By the way, did you pick a date yet? Because they're on my dick about this, bro. Mister, I'll let you know. Like they're blowing me up. Like we need to know. We need to get this done. And I'm like, and I'm putting it all just the way my mother threw me under the bus at the hospital. I'm throwing you under the bus to them. I'm waiting on Fouad.
I'm probably going to come on the 29th.
If I book it,
yes.
The 29th of October.
Yes.
So we should get dressed up for Halloween and do a podcast on the 31st.
Okay. Okay. What are you doing, Ian? Are you coming to Dallas?
Let me see.
Want to come to Dallas? GASP?
No, because I can hang with you in the gym because I'm old and beat up, but I know I'm still as strong as you.
We don't have to. We can hang with Ian in intensity. We don't. Have to hang, we don't have to hang in weight.
Ian's gonna be like, I'm deadlifting. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna do pullovers.
Well, like I said, we don't have to do the same weight.
Brett too. I don't mess with Brett. I'm good with that.
Well, they're still young, man. It doesn't count. Wait till they're 40, then.
I was my training partner last night was like, man, he goes, we're going to get back to the 170s. I was like, I don't go past the 150s anymore, buddy. I go, the 170s are fucking, I have videos of me doing them, which is all I need.
I did the 140s this week, actually pretty easily.
I did them last night and I was like, God, these are heavy.
Yeah. I was like, I sat down with them and I'm like, what am I doing with this shit? I'm like, what's the point of this right now? I'm like, this is only going to cause an injury.
Yeah, but there's like that part of your brain that's like, let's try it.
It's funny because people who ask, like people who see it will always ask, like, why are you still doing that, man? You don't have to do that. It's going to risk an injury. But you always have that meathead side of your brain, the competitive side of your brain, the fun side of your brain. It's like, you just want to see if you can do it. You just want to, you still want to push the limits, even though you know it's probably not smart. Like, what did you do last week? I saw you, what were you squatting? 4 or 5 plates?
Who are you pointing at?
Sorry, Guy. I'm pointing at you.
Were you talking about the safety bar squats?
Yeah, and Jay wrote at the bottom. He's like, "Why?"
Yeah, 29th. Yo, 29th. I'll come down.
You're gonna come to Dallas?
If you're all agreeing on this on the podcast, and one of you motherfuckers doesn't show up,
I will message.
I was just checking because John De La Rosa's opening his gym, and he invited me and Melissa to come down.
Wait. That already happened because I was supposed to go to that.
No, that's the 23rd.
Where's De La Rosa opening his gym at?
Florida.
It's 2.5 hours from where I am here. So he said, he just asked if me and her want to come down on the 23rd to attend an event I'm having for the grand opening of my gym. So then, that's the 23rd. So that's
I would have been there for that. Ian.
Okay, one second. Okay, so
that's this coming Saturday. So, but the 29th, I'm good. I'll come.
Okay, so this weekend I'm in BC. If you guys, anybody watching who's from BC, I'm at Truth for a meet and greet, Q&A, whatever. That's a grand it's a grand opening there. It's a grand opening. I just want to mention it real quick. Next week, the 29th, me, Guy, Ian.
Yep.
Brett, can you make it? Brett's a GASP athlete.
Yeah, I'll look into that. When are you going down, Guy?
29th. Well, we're all going to 29th.
I've been waiting to book a flight because of him. Now Hana is going to get bombarded today with fucking, hey, book this.
I'll message Michael right now and I'll say, I swear to God, I'll message him right now and say, I'm coming the 29th. Because he messaged me a couple days ago. He's like, I'm at the racetrack. I'm waiting for you.
All right, then I'm texting Johanna that we are all coming on the 29th.
I think Ben and James are going to be there too.
This is going to be a fucking shit show.
How long are you gonna stay?
I don't know how long you want me to stay.
How long are you guys staying? I got to book my flights here. How long am I staying for?
This is such a who's on first.
I'll stay till Monday or Tuesday. Like we do 3 days.
What's the 29th?
Because listen, there's a couple things. Michael said he was going to take us racing, which is something I really want to do.
Yeah.
I've never done.
I've never been shooting, and he said he was going to take us shooting. So that I really want to do.
That'll probably be Branches Farm. We'll go.
Yeah, so that I really want to do. And then he said he wanted to do like some barbecue and just hanging out and some training and stuff. So I think we need at least 3 days.
We need 3 days, yeah.
So what day is the 29th? Is it
Friday?
It's a Friday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, go home Tuesday?
So if we go home Monday night or Tuesday morning.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, go home Tuesday, yeah. Okay. I can do
Okay.
that.
I'm in for that.
Sure.
If I get stuck in the US, then I'll just live at Ben's.
Yeah.
Out on the farm.
I want to move to Texas anyway. Me and Summer talked about it yesterday. I'm like, what avenue, what paperwork, what shit do we have to do to move to Texas? Because I talked to Chris Tuttle. Chris Tuttle moved to Fort Worth.
I have a good lawyer for this if you want one.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to somebody because I was talking to Chris.
This lawyer's because my sister and her husband, my sister's husband is an actor. He does lots of acting in the US.
Yeah.
So he has to get visas all the time to come work in the US and do that.
Yeah.
So this lawyer that they deal with is like does basically only the stuff with like athletes, actors, stuff like people that want to relocate for work like that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Chris said he moved to Fort Worth from, I think where was Chris in Connecticut?
Yeah.
What's to cut you off what's the day you want to leave? Because she's asking now.
29th
through the
Tuesday.
The
Would that be November 2nd?
Or November 1st?
Check my calendar.
Yeah, November 2nd. Yeah.
Leave November 2nd in the morning.
So October 29th through November 2nd.
Tell her Brett wants to come too.
I said Iain Valliere is coming, Brett Wilkins is coming, Hollingshead is there that week, and Ben will be there. That's what you said.
Brett, or Ian, are you gonna be able to come? You're not sponsored by GASP.
So
yeah,
I know, but it's like
I'm gonna pay my own way.
I'm saying, are you gonna get in trouble though?
Yeah.
I'm just asking a question. Nobody jumped down my fucking throat.
No,
I'm looking out for Ian over here.
No.
Do you have a clothing sponsor, Ian?
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, but it's Destination Dallas. They would still.
JP is obviously cool with this kind of stuff. I mean, like, you know, it's just hanging out.
MJ's cool as hell about it.
It's awesome. I want everybody to be there.
MJ will be like, here's some fucking clothes, go train, have fun.
Yeah. No, I've been down to the gym and met all these guys. Like, it's cool for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So we're gonna the whole crew's getting together.
Yeah.
Except for who are we missing? Nick.
Fucking Nick,
he just made 185 grand. He can fucking spare a flight.
Well, I think him and Chris are doing that like New York and the store tours and stuff, aren't they?
I don't know. I know they're doing the block.
He's going home for like 12 days or something. He's going to New Jersey.
Oh yeah, I think that's on the 7th. He's coming. He texted me that I better be around.
Yeah, he said next week he was going to be in New Jersey. So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll figure that out. I'm glad
Brett, is Martin's competing this weekend?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I saw his name on the Legion.
I saw it on social media.
Yeah, I saw his name on the Legion fucking thing. I was like, what the fuck?
He didn't tell you?
Vision or if he's been planning or what, but yeah, this show got interesting this weekend. Should be.
Yeah, seriously.
I thought you guys were boys. How come you don't know?
He hasn't even been here, and he's moving to Dallas like next week, so he hasn't even been in Denver. So ever since I've been back, I haven't seen him.
Okay,
then,
wait a minute, we totally skipped over something here. I was talking about moving. You just said moving to Dallas, and now I went back to it. So now, I need to know if I should move to Texas.
If I move into the States, I'm moving to Texas. I'm not living here.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
If I move out of Jersey, I'm going.
So Chris Tuttle told me he bought 3 acres. Brand new home. It was like 3,500 square feet, which is pretty good size.
That's big, yeah.
For just under 500.
That's crazy.
Which is awesome compared to where I live now.
Yeah, Canadian prices. That's like that buys you. I mean, Chris's townhome in Canada. Yeah. He bought 2 years ago. It's a townhome, so like a small, 3-bedroom, 2-bath townhouse. You paid $550 for it, and they're selling for like $720 now. Yeah. A townhouse on no backyard, no nothing.
I'm just going to say this. If I sell my house here, I could probably buy a house with no mortgage in Dallas.
100%.
And just
that's how I would be too. Yeah.
That's exactly, yes, 100%.
That's what I want to do.
If I sold my house, that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah. Just live like no mortgage.
No mortgage and just pay your taxes.
I think he said there was no income tax in Texas too. Is that right?
No income tax, but property tax is based on the value of the house and it's a percentage.
That's right. I think we talked about this before.
It's entire property taxes.
Yeah. There's no state income tax.
No state income tax.
I can get direct flight from West Palm Beach here to Dallas. That's good.
Okay, so Ian, me and you will talk then. I actually would like to talk to that lawyer and
I'll give you the number. Yeah.
And see what's what.
Who has going to the land of the free?
After living here with all this shit going on, I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of Canada.
Fuad's gonna turn into like a redneck now. He's gonna start like having guns and he's gonna be wearing baggy clothes, and he's gonna be like, Cisternino had it right the whole fucking time.
Actually, guys, it's funny. I wore my GASP. So I have all the GASP pants, like the baggy ones too.
Here it comes.
I put them on the other day. I was like, man, these are comfortable as fuck.
I'm wearing them right now.
To the gym and shit, you know.
I think I might be converting back to the baggy ones.
You son of a bitch.
I can't find. Okay, let's take a look at this while we're.
His hat is backwards. I gotta like join the club.
Go the lineup.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this real quick. Okay, so this is the Legion lineup. We gotta. Are we betting on this, or what are we doing here?
Nope.
You know who I really wish was doing the show, and that they're ready to do a show, and I think they might be doing Romania. As I would have liked to see Rafael Brandao in this lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is he doing? He looks great right now.
Well, he's doing Romania or Prague or one of those, but I would have liked to see him in there with like, you know, I mean, Cedric, Sergio, Regan.
Yeah,
he would fit nice in this lineup. That would have been good.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, we're gonna bet. I think what Roman owes us a piercing, and so does Paul. So far,
yeah, they might as well start like a punk rock band at this point. With the way these two are gonna look.
All right, Legion. Iain, Ann, Brett, Guy, Fouad.
This is a hard fucking one to do.
This is hard. I already made a top 6 prediction though, so I have it right here.
Oh, Ian's already thought all this out. This is
wow,
bullshit.
you son of a bitch.
Well, I did it. Me and Julian did it, and I sent it to him, so I've got it here.
Okay, you want to go first then?
Of course he does.
I haven't even looked at the fucking list yet. Holy shit. I'm not going to be able to do the anything with it this weekend because I'm going to be gone though. No live stream or anything like that, unfortunately. Okay, Iain, go.
1 second, I'm pulling it up here.
Max Charles. Damn, Max has done a lot of shows this year.
Okay, see, yeah, this is what I had it right here. Look, see, can you see?
No, I can't.
I got it with the numbers written on it already.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I have Cedric first.
Yep.
Sergio second.
Yep.
Regan third. Sean Clarita fourth. Max Charles fifth. Martin Fitzwater sixth. Patrick Moore seventh, and Joe Seaman eighth. That's my top 8.
Patrick.
Damn, fucking hate.
And Joe.
It's gonna be a good.
Okay. That's pretty good. You think Sean can beat Max?
I do. I think in the back shots, he's going to be way too overwhelming with detail for Max Charles. I think Max will be a lot bigger and good condition from the front, but I think from the back, Sean's just way too much.
I want to say I think Sean could beat a lot of these guys. I just think standing in an open lineup, it just
depends how they judge it. If they judge
it's not even that. And this is not a knock, obviously, and Sean, he's doing an open show. I think the overwhelmingly size difference is gonna just be way too much.
Yeah, but I mean, I've even seen Sean stand next to guys like fucking Nick and shit. And like, I mean, because he's so bubbly and so detailed, he can hold his own, man. Like, he's going to obviously be structurally smaller, but the amount of detail and like crazy bubbliness and roundness is going to stand out. And I think if they judge it based off the physique and not just like the structure of the size of the physique.
Oh, he would crush everybody.
Yeah, but the structure, the size of the physique matters. It's part of the judging.
It does matter, but I mean, it's like, it matters to the point of like where Sean Ray was beating guys like Nasser, you know. I mean, it's still at a point Sean is a lot better from all the other criteria. So it really depends.
Oh, I agree with that.
And I think Sean's also coming off being a defending 212 champion. He just came second again, a very close second in my opinion to Derek. I think he's going to get the appropriate look. He'll be in the first call out. And I think if you stand him next to
you think he's going to come in bigger? Do you think that's going to hurt him?
No.
Being bigger than what he normally is, because
I think if he's like 4 to 5 pounds bigger, I think it'll be good for him. I think he has that kind of like bubbly look that he can handle a little more fullness. You know, he might sacrifice like 2% sharpness through the glutes and hamstrings, but I mean, it's going to look good on him, I think. So I think it'll be good.
Brett, you can't give us any kind of inside scoop of what's going on with Martin. Is he going to be in shape this time?
He posted a picture last night.
Or more in shape?
No, he's definitely gonna be more in shape because I think he's not chasing a number anymore. I think last time he was just trying to.
Should I pick?
I know. I just got the same call. Just text him. Say we're on a podcast, please. Just say we'll call you back after we're on a podcast. Sorry, go ahead, Brett.
Trying to play the size game against like Ian and Steve and stuff, so he wanted his way a little higher. But what I saw is like, I mean, yes, a couple of days ago he was like 230, and like last time he was on stage he was like 243. So I think he's gonna be a lot tighter, and look a lot better as well. So I think he'll be up in more for sure.
I think it's interesting that he didn't take a page out of your book in his debut, because because Brett, you didn't you were big enough, but your focus was conditioning. Like you showed up in Tampa, like peeled.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago. Sorry, not Tampa.
I was relaying to him is that for, in this phase where we're in, being the new guys and stuff, you got to establish yourself, that first show with the conditioning.
Yeah.
So come in there so that you can bring the conditioning and then, add from that. So I think it's kind of, he wants to show that. And so he's bringing it back, focus more on that this time around. And it should be good.
Because the thing I wonder is if Martin is in the same kind of shape Brett was in or close to it, I think he could beat Sean. Because he's just as complete and just as round.
Martin a lot, and Martin's my boy, and I want to put all my chips in him, but I don't think he's going to be in the condition that Brett was in. I mean, there's been like 5 guys in that kind of condition all year, and Martin's good, and I think Martin has really nice shape, and I think he'll be in better condition. But you're talking about a very, very elite level of conditioning,
Yeah. No. He definitely was like. Okay. Max, Martin, Patrick below Sean. I don't know if I see that, but okay, let's go ahead. Brett, you want to put the list back up for you?
Yeah, real quick. I think, I basing off, I'm going to have.
This is called the friend rabbit hole. This is when your friend's in a show.
Right.
And you gotta give a prediction.
Guy, I've already decided that, well, actually, yeah, for Brett's worse because it's like his best friend, but I've already decided that all these guys are just mad at me perpetually now because I don't have every single one of them winning every show. So it's just part of what we do.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Brett.
I'm going to go Sergio, barely over Cedric. I don't think Cedric's going to be in shape all the way. So Sergio, Cedric. I'm going to put Martin up there in third. I'm probably going to put Patrick Moore in fourth. I'm going to put Sean in fifth, and then Regan in sixth.
That's good.
Sean in fifth.
You see Regan's working with Milos for this show?
Yeah, I want to talk about that in a minute. I just want to get these predictions out first. So, Guy, do you have anything in mind?
You want me to wait for you?
Why do I have to go first?
Because you never do.
You always make me go before you.
No, we have this conversation, and I always end up fucking.
And then you just pick the same picks I picked.
Fouad, just go.
All right.
It doesn't matter. I'll go. It's fine.
All right. Sergio won.
Sergio. Yep.
Well, we haven't established what we're betting, so I'm okay with.
We're not betting anything, so just go ahead.
Oh, okay. Cedric 2.
Yep.
I'm gonna go.
Tonio Burton.
I'm gonna go Patrick. I'm gonna go Patrick 3. I'm gonna go. Oh, am I missing any? Right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Regan 4. Max 5. Sean 6.
Sean 6. Okay. I'm gonna go Cedric, Sergio.
Damn. Just flip-flop those.
Regan.
So he's on the same fucking Regan train as me. I see he bumped him up there.
I like the way he's looking. I think Milos is doing something.
Me too. He looks a lot fuller and rounder.
Regan, I'm gonna go Max Patrick. Max.
Oh wait, I left Martin out. Fuck, I totally forgot about Martin.
I'm gonna say Patrick 4th. I'm gonna say Max 5th.
It's a tough lineup, though. Did you have Martin in yours?
I don't have Martin yet, but I'm only concerned. I'm concerned with Martin's conditioning. That's why I want to put Martin 5th, but I think, and I also don't know if Max is going to be tired. The guy's done like every show this year. Like I think,
know, and structurally, Max is not the best structure either. Where did I have Max? 5th?
5th.
Who do you have third?
I had Regan 3rd.
Regan. I think I had Regan in 4th.
I'm gonna have Martin 6th. Sean.
Can you take a picture of this and send this to like the podcast?
Sean 7. Yeah, that's really tough, man. I don't know if I see Sean in 7th, but it's gonna be hard to beat. I think he could. It depends on Martin's conditioning. If Martin's in shape, I think he can beat Sean, but he's got to be in shape.
Oh, and Stan's doing it. I didn't even the fucking last name.
Okay, I'm sticking with mine. Fuck it.
They just need to post their Instagram names, right, Guy?
Huh?
So they just need to post the Instagram names on the lineup.
I know, because it would help out fucking like their name and then in parentheses.
So who has? So Guy and Brett, you have Sergio winning.
It's just because Cedric's like fucking.
Me and Ian both have the same top.
Like one
three.
You see him and then you don't see him for fucking ever. And then he just shows up.
So Ian, me and you have the same top 3, and then we get different when we go 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Brett, you have Patrick in 4th, and Guy, you have Patrick in 3rd. I have him in 4th. Interesting.
Patrick does well in California shows.
Yeah, he does.
He does really well.
Sean's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what he looks like standing next to guys. And I understand, the comparison you made with Nasser and Sean Ray is a good one. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Sean could stand next to a lot of those guys.
Yeah, 100%.
Toe to toe, no matter what.
I think the only guys that Sean cannot beat because they're just so big are Sergio, Cedric, and maybe Regan.
The thing is, I think he.
But Max is big too, bro.
Yeah, but Max is not very good from the back, and those guys are all good from the back.
And I'm also worried that Max might be tired.
Yeah,
from
it's been a long year for Max. Yeah. He's not super sharp through the glutes and hams, and they're a little weaker. His back is a little softer. Where Sean's from the back is just fucking wild.
So the wild card for me is this: I think Max might be tired, and I think Martin, if he's not peeled, Sean can beat both of them. I don't think Sean can beat Regan, Sergio, or Cedric if they're even 95%.
That's why I had him in 4th.
Yeah, I could see him in 4th. It's not a crazy prediction at all. I'm banking on Martin making up for his mistake in his debut, though. So that's why I kind of moved him up. Anyway, so Regan's moving. So Regan's working with Milos, and somebody actually asked a question in the Q&A, and they said, do you think it's bad for friends to work with competitors, considering Regan left Dorian and went to Milos, and Hunter left Brian and is working with
fucking Ian works with family, for Christ's sakes. No, it's not. If you've got a fucking, if you're an immature baby, then yeah, like it's always going to be a clash if it's like that, but you have to understand the line of coach and friends.
Separate
I don't think it has to do with immaturity. I think everybody's just different.
No, it's just you have to be.
No, I think you have to learn to separate the line. And when you're an immature person, you can't separate business.
No, but that's not the only reason. That's not the only reason why, though. It's not just immaturity. I mean, if you're,
look, when you have personal relationships, and even I experienced this with Melissa and Chris and stuff, it's easier for the athlete to combat it.
Yes.
To take the idea and be like, man, whatever, those kind of things. It's a lot easier when it's someone that you don't know as personally as well, or have like the personal relationships built as well. It's a little different. And
So what would you call it? What would you call it?
Well, this is the thing. It's just, I think, okay, I'm not sure what I would call it. I guess my philosophy about coaches has always been this: whatever coach you have, they have to be on a pedestal kind of in a way for you if you're going to listen to them 100%, because as soon as shit hits the fan, if you don't trust your coach or hold them up on a higher level than you, then you're not going to listen to them. Like Iain said, you're going to combat them. So like if Iain obviously has a trusting relationship with Chris, it's not just that they're friends or he's his brother-in-law. He's also that Chris obviously trusts him as a coach to that level, right? But like if you look at like Brian and Hunter, for example, Hunter's on a higher level than Brian and they're friends. So I'm like, maybe he doesn't hold them to a high enough esteem. So as soon as things go wrong just a little bit, it's like it's easy.
Do his nutrition? I thought they just trained together.
No, because Brian was doing his nutrition.
Brian was doing everything for a little bit because he was working with Andrew Vu, and then Brian took it over a little bit, and then he kind of started with Brian, and then went from Brian over to Ben and his girlfriend.
Hunter was working with Brian after Andrew for Chicago.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
After Chicago, Hunter kind of started.
Even the Olympia last year, Brian was really doing it for him.
And then after Chicago, go ahead, Brett.
He started, I think it was like, I don't even think he worked with Andrew for the Olympia. I think it was more that they tag teamed it and then led into this year and then led into the Chicago this year. And then I'm not sure exactly when the falling out was for the Olympia, but that's when Ben Chow helped take over.
So my understanding was that it was kind of way before Ben came on. He was just working with Liv, and Liv was kind of keeping an eye on him. And then Liv asked Ben to kind of come in and help her so they could kind of both work with Hunter.
So him and Brian had a falling out, or they just don't, he's not a coach anymore? Like they're not friends, they don't train together at all, like it's done?
They don't train.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't really want to say because I don't know. Anyway, listen, the point of it all is I think you have to be able to hold your coach to a higher level than just your buddy.
Yeah.
Or else you're not going to listen to him when times are the toughest. Like if you don't feel like you're looking great and your coach tells you to do something that you don't necessarily agree with, if he's just your friend, then you're probably going to be like, oh, I don't know if I should do that. And then you might tell him you're going to do it and then go do something else.
Yeah. Or ask somebody else that you trust more, or just do something you think is the best for you. But if you respect them, you'll always say, hey, I don't think this is right, but this is, you'll have that, at least that open dialogue, where if you don't, you'll just kind of sneak around. Right.
Yeah. Like I've always had friends around me that knew what they were doing, but I purposely sought out coaches like Hani or Chad or like John. Cause I was like, I'm just going to do whatever they say.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, they're at that level. They've achieved a level that I don't have to worry that they know what they're doing or don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So anyway, so going back to Regan working with Milos, how big of a difference do you think it's going to make?
I think the good thing about this is going to be because I think Regan's biggest issue has just been getting that really fine-tuned conditioning. Like, look, obviously in the long run, to be at the Olympia level, he needs more muscle on that frame, 100%.
Yeah, he's got a big frame.
In the short term, I think the most dramatic thing he can do is just get fucking peeled. At the Olympia, his conditioning was not up to par with, the top tier guys. And I think someone like Milos will see that and just fucking annihilate him for 2 weeks, I think, and I saw that on Regan's post. He was like, we've been doing like 0 carbs. Like, I think that's Milos is just going to absolutely destroy him for 2 weeks and then pump him full of food and insulin and make him fucking gigantic on stage. And for Regan's physique, I think it might work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's
actually, if he's on 0 carbs, I'm shocked because he looks like really round and full right now.
But I think that's the benefit. Like that's his physique, right? Like he's always round, even when he's flat,
like
he's still round.
Even if I feed Chris 0 grams of carbs, he looks the exact same fullness wise,
But doesn't he get
it was funny because at the Olympia this year in pre-judging was the only time I'd ever looked at Chris on stage or like other than the years really sick or in progress photos and been like, wow, Chris looks kind of flat. But this was the first year we actually did like a fucking legit carb up with Chris.
Yeah, yeah.
We used the least diuretics and like almost none. And we fucking fed the shit out of him, which usually because of the weigh-ins and because how his body reacts with food and stuff, we're very, very, we almost put him on stage like flat as a pancake, no food. Because like if he looks good, we're like, let's just leave it. We don't know how, you know, the water and stuff will affect, so we just leave it. But this year we're like, okay, you know, he was underweight earlier in the week, so we started just slowly increasing the food a little bit, like on like Wednesday, Tuesday, and just keeping an eye on his weight. And it started to build in terms of fullness. But then on stage, I saw in the morning, I'm like, fuck, he looks kind of flat this morning. You know, and we obviously put a little more food in him for the night, and he looked better at night. But yeah, it was the first time. Like last year, he ate almost no food before prejudging and looked fucking gigantic, full as a house. And then this year, he looked kind of flat. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. It's weird. Some guys, I think their muscles so round. It's like even when they're flat, they're like
popping through.
Like they can tell they're flat, but they're still round to us looking at them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
I mean, like when I'm flat, I literally don't even look like I bodybuild anymore. I'm getting better. Like the older I get, I can hold that look better. But like 2 years ago, when I would go flat, I went from looking like I was like 280 to like 210.
Well, that was like Tampa 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you totally look like a totally different bodybuilder.
I mean, even between just then and New York, like you're talking what, 2-3 weeks?
Yep.
And, you know, a difference of 10 pounds in stage weight, and I look completely different.
Yeah.
Or there, and look at Tampa versus the Olympia, you know?
We have a whole bunch of questions. I thought we'd actually answer some today. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
So I don't think we've done question or like a rate my physique forever.
I know, we just kind of ramble for 2 hours. So let's just try and get through some of these.
But that's the shit people love. They don't even like care.
Okay, well, I can delete this one because you just answered talked about the Regan Milos thing. Name all the supplement companies that you have been with and tell one good thing and one bad thing about them. That's actually good. That's actually a good question.
Everybody breached their contract on 3. Ready? Like, let me talk about how great other supplement companies are. Yeah, sure. Let me sign that waiver.
That's a tough question.
That's not a tough question. So, okay, I'll start.
Yeah.
So I was with Muscle Tech.
How many companies have you been with?
4.
So what? Muscle Tech?
No, I was with what the Fusion.
Oh yeah, Fusion, Muscle Tech,
SciTech.
Sorry.
And then I had a small stint with Canadian Protein, and then we started Hostile.
And then Hostile.
So, oh no, I forgot Cage Muscle.
Cage Muscle.
Oh,
yeah. So I think I forgot that one on purpose.
I've been with GAT, iForce, ANS.
You're with GAT?
Yeah.
You've been with 4 companies already. You're only 30. You're just jumping around.
I signed my first contract when I was like 20, so that's over 10 years.
Yeah, I think I signed mine at 21 or something like that.
I was with ANS for 5 years.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll start with a couple. I won't do all of them. So Muscle Tech, I loved how they treated their athletes. I loved the marketing. I loved that they had all the best bodybuilders on the team. I didn't love a couple of their products because I didn't know what the fuck they were. so like
Clear Muscle. What the fuck is Clear
Muscle?
No,
like they had a product called Gakic.
Yeah, Gakic.
I remember that product.
I'm like,
well, they had Lukic and Gakic, right?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, Lukic is probably a leucine product.
It was just amino acid.
I'm like, I don't know what Gakic is. I'm like, what is it? So I like, it bothered me because I'm like, I'm with this company. Like, why are they making this product? I don't know what the fuck this product is. So, but overall, I thought they were a great company. I did use like their protein, Cell Tech, and all that stuff, but I just didn't know what the fuck Gakic was.
You want to hear a funny story about Lukic and Gakic? So when those first came out, I was like in grade 12 of high school. Okay?
And realize how fucking stupid those names are. He's like Lukic and Gakic, like you're talking about some like
people, like they're people,
foreign people, and you're like saying it with such a straight face. He's like, I have a story about Gakic.
Yeah.
Someone Google Gakic so we know exactly what this product even was.
Okay,
but anyways, I went into ENC in Canada and I was like 16, 17. And I saw these products. They were like, in the day they like at GNC where they had like the glass bits that like they'd have to open. So like, it seemed like it was like crazier.
Special. Yeah. It was special. Yeah.
Where is it? There, down there. Yeah.
Wasn't it like black and purple?
Yeah. This is the Pro Series one. They changed it.
Wasn't it like red and purple?
Elite cellular volumization blend.
Oh, it's a glycerol monosterate. It's just glycerol.
Yeah. Well, with arginine.
Okay, so it's like a pump product.
I guess, but I don't know.
Is it still around? Does that still exist?
This is now, yeah.
Ingredients list. Go down. There, supplement facts.
Gakic Pro Series. I hate blends.
glycine.
So you don't know how much glycine is in it. So
Yeah.
that's also something I don't like about companies. Any company,
Was it
yeah.
powder
So
or
I went in, I bought these products.
Pill. It was a pill, Brett.
And I felt like, I went in there and I felt like I was like buying like bad stuff, and then they were like big, huge pills. Remember how big the
yeah, you had to take like 6 of them or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you had to take like 8. They were fucking like huge hard pressed tablets.
yeah.
My friends came over and like I would like take them before the gym and stuff. And on the box it said like, I think for Lukic it said anabolic with no androgenic side effects.
Yeah,
and
perfect.
I didn't know what that meant at the time. So like I Googled it and I came to the consensus that this was steroids.
Without the side effects. It's perfect.
Yeah, without the side effects. So then like
When you're like the epitome of like what the soccer moms do. That's crazy.
Yeah, so then it went around my high school because I was taking these that I was like taking steroids by taking Lukic and Gakin. So I was like the first kid on steroids in high school taking Lukic and Gakin.
Not really on steroids, but yes, on steroids.
No, I'm taking fucking leucine and glycerol tablets.
I know.
And they were so underdosed too. Like I remember the loot.
Aren't they like big? They were red or purple or blue?
No, they were the beige horse pills.
Beige pills, yeah.
Yeah, they were like horse pills.
Oh no, Pump Tech was the red ones.
I've never taken those.
Pump Tech was from Muscle Tech. Pump Tech.
Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe it was after I left.
Wasn't it that called Pump Tech? Look up Pump Tech real quick.
There's no Pump Tech.
I never heard of Pump
If
Tech.
I'm right, Ian, I swear to God. Because I'm the smartest person I know.
Pump Tech from Muscle Tech.
You're gonna wait
Am I right?
No. Wait.
No, there's not.
Pump Tech.
Yes! Yes!
Oh my God! Look how old.
Yes!
It's so old. This is before my time.
Oh yeah, the people were commenting here. 2007. Okay, so I would have been grade 11 then.
All right.
Victory.
Okay.
I thought I lost.
Okay. Who's next? Somebody go next. Ian, you've been with 5 companies. Pick one and pick a good and bad thing about it.
Well, I mean, obviously ANS was with the longest, so I'll do them. I mean, I had no real complaints about ANS. I actually really, really liked ANS. They were a smaller company. It kept it very personal in terms of like, I only really ever dealt with the owners and like, they really took my like feedback and stuff well. And like, it was a very good vibe. I really liked everything about them. The only thing and why I ended up leaving is that their level of marketing that they were investing and like the image they were trying to give, I just thought wasn't going to be successful. And they just really weren't putting anything into their marketing. I mean, it was very, very minimal. And I felt like they kind of reached like the end of the road in terms of where their growth was going to be from a marketing standpoint.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to be with a company that had bigger goals and bigger reach in terms of, what they want to do with their brand,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I could see like, especially with Raw and Revive and like, obviously there was a million things that drew me to them. Like with Chris, I knew about Chris being an owner, obviously way before that.
Yeah.
And all this kind of stuff, but I could just tell like their goals were big. Like they were like the Scivation or SciTech where they want to have all the big names. They want to have everybody winning everything. Like they want to have me and Nick and Sean and Chris and everybody winning every show. And they want, and I just want to be part of that, obviously the money and these things matter, but like, that was not really a driving factor. The biggest thing was just 1, being with my family because everything was together. And 2, just a company that had big goals like that,
Yeah. Brett, how many companies you been with?
Not many. So, I'll talk about Redcon. I was with Redcon until COVID hit.
Okay. I didn't even know you were with Redcon. How long were you with them?
Right before COVID. That was like pretty structured chaos. That's how I describe it. I mean, there's just constantly something that, every week or every day, there's a different deal that you had to be on top of and post about. It was just like, it was almost like it was too much. There was just way too much going on. And I mean, that's, that's Singerman's, motto. That's his business plan is just sell, 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 and it was good in regards to working with, there's the guy named Rudy, who's the athlete manager.
Yeah. I know Rudy.
Rudy is awesome. So I still have a good relationship with him to this day. But I honestly, like looking at it and like, he is that link that is like keeping everything together between the athletes and Aaron. And like, he just does such a good job because he knows, when like Aaron's kind of trying to do too much and he'll like relay that. And, but overall, I mean, it was a good experience to kind of see, what it is like for a company that's just trying to, basically you're kind of just a number and you're just trying to push numbers. And you always constantly just, everyday deals, new products. So it was just a lot. Like, And now it's good, with especially with hot styles, just the quality of the ingredients in it. Because like it was kind of hard to sell that pre-workout. That when there's only like 2 ingredients in it and like way ice and everything. So it's just now it's you feel more attached to for me anyway, more attached to the company I'm with now in regards
to the owner.
I mean, he's kind of an ass, but that's how it goes.
Very demanding.
But overall, like I said, it was a good experience overall. To see what I wanted to do in the future. Build more relationship. With the team aspect. Yeah. I got to experience that as well. So it was it was a learning experience, and now here we are.
How long were you with Redcon? I didn't even know you were.
It was about a year. It was
okay.
And then COVID hit, and they started letting people go. So I was on the clock, and then now he probably back, but not at that time.
Guy, what?
Oh yeah,
sorry,
Guy.
Go ahead, Ian.
No, go ahead, Guy.
I was with BSN, Centurion Labs, MFit, and now Blackstone. MFit, I was with for a year.
Forgot you were with BSN for a while.
I was one of the OGs, bro. I was
there.
Right.
You're back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, you were but there when Dallas was there and shit, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. I was there before Dallas. I mean, I was there with Dallas, but I was there before.
Were you
Dallas.
there when Ronnie was there?
At the end.
At the end.
You were there when Flex Lewis was there.
I was the one who helped get Flex Lewis on. They didn't even have Flex's number. They had their first meeting in my hotel room.
I love Guy. Guy's the best. Guy is like the Joe Pesci of bodybuilding.
100%.
I have no. Wait, how am I? Wait, they asked me to get in contact with Flex.
Listen,
and they had a meeting in my hotel room.
I'm not saying anything you said is a lie.
We're not disagreeing with you. We just love how you have to put that part in there.
I just love that you're the fucking guy. You're the guy. You're guy.
You're the guy. Yeah, you're Guy the guy.
Why do I have to be fucking Joe Pesci, short and fat? That's
not stature. Just the from Goodfellas. Yeah, you're Joe Pesci from Goodfellas and Casino.
Oh, the asshole.
No, not the asshole. He's just the guy.
You're probably the only reason that Flex Lewis ever won any titles as well.
Yeah,
right?
I could go into some details on.
Well, it's like six degrees of separation. He got him on BSN. BSN paid him a certain amount of money. He was able to live better and then win the title. So really, he owes it all to Guy.
Yeah, I won all those titles.
Yeah, Flex. I expect my present in the mail.
Yeah.
All right. So what did you like and dislike about BSN?
Scott James was probably the smartest businessman I've ever met.
Is that the owner? Is that the owner?
He was one of the original owners, him and Chris. And he now is partners with Branch and Wicked Cuts.
Okay. That's cool.
Actually, me and him still stay in contact. Scott is awesome. Once they got bought out by Glambia, it was a fucking shit show because they owned Optimum, they owned ABB, they owned IsoPure, and
can I just say something? When those companies buy,
they literally, they actually tried to have me as an athlete they tried to have me sign a non-compete. And I picked it up and gave it back to the lady. And I go, if you think you're signing this, you're crazy.
Tell them what a non-compete is, just so people who don't understand the contract.
A non-compete would be like if I'm a bodybuilder and I'm sponsored by a protein, like a protein company like BSN. A non-compete would say, if I leave BSN, I cannot go to a similar type of company for X amount of time.
For X amount of time, yeah.
You can't compete against them. So like if I was with let's say a clothing company, I can't go to another clothing company for however much time it says in there.
It basically,
so it could be 12 months, it could be 2 years.
Yeah.
So this was a 1 year nothing. And then the second year, it was like, I couldn't be in a contract in like a certain radius. I was like,
it basically puts you out of work is what it does.
Yeah, well, so
but you can't. They can never. If you took that to court, they'll never win.
Bullshit. You can't stop somebody from working.
Yeah, yeah.
But Scott was great to the sales guys. He was great to the athletes. Like listened, took constructive criticism. We had awesome fucking booths. They always included the athletes and everything they did, and we had at one time it was like me, Dallas, Brandon Curry, Dennis Wolf, Forrest Griffin, Kane Vasquez. Like we had a fucking Kane Vasquez. We had like a ton, and we had Amanda Latona was there. We had some like crazy girls too. So it was cool to be a part of that like time when like all those people were there. But once they got bought out, you kind of see how like big business did shit.
Yeah.
Like they kind of like got rid of the people that made the company what it was, and they brought in people from Glambia, and then the products fucking changed, and the products got worse, and then it was just like, what did you like? They took a company that was up here in the supplement world and just brought it right back to the gutter.
That's why I tell people to buy from bodybuilding enthusiasts or bodybuilders, because the same thing happened at SciTech. The guy who owned SciTech was a huge bodybuilding fan. And he brought me on, then he brought Cedric, then he brought Brandon and Max Charles, and fucking, we had all on there, and they had all the bodybuilding products. Then this big conglomerate, venture capitalist, whatever, bought SciTech, and they started to let go of athletes. And then they start to change the products. Well, these products are too expensive. If we take this ingredient out or that ingredient out, the product will be cheaper and we can make more money. Our margin will be bigger. So they start treating the whole company like it's numbers. Why are we paying this athlete this much if he's only bringing in this much? Meanwhile, they don't realize that it's bringing a whole company credibility.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, it's weird. I don't think the same thing happened at Muscle Tech. When what's his name? Paul Gardner.
Yep.
When he sold Muscle Tech, same thing happened. They try to become more mainstream. And even though they're still a big company, they just don't have the same influence they had in the industry.
Well, they're a big company in terms of like being at CVS now.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Glambia, like, if you see,
that's what they want.
All that stuff is in Walmart, Walgreens, Costco, supermarkets.
But I'd really like to know what their bottom dollar is, though. Like, I know they're in the bigger stores, but I wonder how many people at Shoppers Drug Mart are buying fucking BSN products.
And you know what's crazy? You always see it for like triple the price. It's always like fucking Eno Explode will be on the shelf at like a Walmart for like
$79.99.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. All right. Proudest moment, Brett. You start this one. Proudest moment outside of bodybuilding.
Getting married.
I knew he was going to say that. I was going to say, you better say it. Your wife's going to kill you.
No.
All right. Well, then mine's getting divorced. Mine's getting divorced.
Hey, your wife wished me a happy birthday the other day. I thought that was nice.
You son of a
Oh yeah, it was your fucking birthday the other day. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you, man. Your ex-wife has the same birthday, so we were like,
I know.
She's like,
I was the one who told her that. So
okay.
I wish you happy birthday.
Yes, you did actually. It was very.
For your wife.
What?
Say, Brett.
Who did you wish happy birthday to first?
My ex-wife.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Actually, don't know. I mean, you want, I can go back and actually check if you want to know. I will say this: you were the first human being I called when I found out what was wrong with my father.
Okay, that makes up for it. All right. Okay, so getting married, that's first on your list. That's the obvious one. Is there a close second?
I was say getting engaged.
You said outside the
First time I got laid.
Graduating college was a big deal for me. Making it all the way as well.
What'd you graduate college with?
What's that?
What'd you graduate college with? What degree?
Exercise science.
Okay, cool.
Physiology, and so I actually played college football there as well. So it was a great experience. And honestly, if I wasn't playing football, I probably wanted to finish college. Yeah. It was just the love of the competition side of me. But then that made it. The challenge was to continue to get good grades to do so. So I could remain on the team and everything.
What college did you go to?
It was a college in Iowa. It was called Central College, where I grew up.
Okay.
It's a football powerhouse there. That's why I went there, and my parents went there as well. So some great tradition there, and I had a great experience there. And even though right away I didn't use the college degree and anything, but now it's applied very well to what I do. Yeah. It's been, and that was probably the best thing I could have done at that age.
Did you want to play pro football? Is that what you wanted, or you just played football for the fun of it?
No, because I graduated. I mean, I was like an all-man. Like, I was very good at like kicking, punt returning, and I was a slot receiver. But you got to remember, I was only 165 pounds. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
I was I was small back then, so I was really, really quick and shifty. Yeah. So when I got done with college football, I was like, maybe I can try out for like arena football or something. I just don't have the size. Yeah. But then I didn't want to have to pay for my ACL to get torn, so I decided to take up bodybuilding.
Okay. Cool. Iain, best thing outside of bodybuilding? Marriage.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna
Close,
get shit
close second.
So yeah, married is obviously the first one, I guess, and then probably
I'm gonna get married today just so I can fucking get out of something easier. You guys have it so goddamn easy.
The second house Melissa and I bought together was a big accomplishment at the time. Like, it was like a big move up, and like, the first house we bought was like a $250,000 house, and then 2 years later we bought like a much bigger, more expensive house. And it was like, wow, like, I did all this kind of from bodybuilding, and like we did this together and we built this life together. And that was like one of those moments of like, something I was really, really proud of,
Yeah. Guy? What's your first one? What's
what?
What's your best thing outside of bodybuilding?
Your garden.
Your garden. Your tomato garden.
I would have to say my house.
Yeah, you're pretty proud of it.
Because a lot of people, most people buy their house with their significant other, or like have like somebody that like they go in with their head. But like I'm very prideful in the fact that like everything I have was all, and everything that I do is all me.
Yeah,
I have no help in anything that I do. My house, my cars, everything that I have is not because it was handed. It was all made. There was nobody that helped me do it.
Yeah.
So that's for me is number one on my list.
Yeah, it's funny. I was going to say that too. I think we're all kind of similar because obviously marriage first. Yeah, and then
having a house is a very, very big accomplishment.
Well, that's the thing I was going to say is Iain said they bought their first house, it was like $250,000 house. So I lived in a condo by myself, and then Summer moved in with me, and then we moved out of the condo. I had like a 2-bedroom condo, so we moved out of the condo and bought our first house. That was probably my best accomplishment outside of bodybuilding. But that house was just small though. It was only $200,000, $220 or something like that. But I still have fond memories of that house. And I'm still like, it was still a big accomplishment for me. Cause I'm like, it was like a period of my life where I'm like, I'm never going to own a fucking house.
And it's scary too, owning your own house.
It seemed like such a big thing, like getting the mortgage money together and getting it. And then I'm like, so I think buying my first house, even though it wasn't like an expensive house or anything, is still a big deal. And then from there we've graduated to bigger.
My second house versus my first house is because my first house at the time, like I was like young and I bought it, but like I felt like I still had a lot of help, like I still had my mom there with me to like help me like figure out the mortgage. Like I did all this stuff.
Yeah.
Second house, like I'm talking about a house where like I got to figure out like to mow the lawn, I got to do this, and I got a driveway to plow, and like I got a big property, and like I got to do all this stuff. I'm like, it's me that's got to do this now. Like,
makes you feel like a grown up.
Yeah, like I felt like I felt like an adult, and like I had like really like got it,
See, I went from when on my first house I had with Bethany, we had a townhouse, and she bought it, and well, we kind of bought it together, but she initially like put the down payment down, and we got divorced. I went from that to an apartment to then my house when I got it appraised for $5.25. So I'm like, this is like a fucking huge jump by myself.
Yeah.
And that's scary because I'm like, if I fucking lose something or something doesn't work out, or like one of the paths ends up coming to a roadblock, like I could be really fucked because this is my mortgage payment's $3,000 by itself.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think owning a house is a big accomplishment across the fucking board for anybody.
Can I ask you guys this? I wonder if you guys feel the same way I do about this sometimes. Do you think because I don't have a normal life and I don't get up and go to a 9 to 5 like most adults, I don't feel like an adult. Does that ever cross you? You ever wonder that? Like you're like, is this fucking life real? Like it's not. You know what I mean? Like
I'll say this.
Like right now. I mean, it's fucking Tuesday afternoon right now. I don't know
working, bitch.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it fucking Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday at fucking 1 o'clock, and we're all just sitting
around.
I'm sitting on the couch, just chilling, doing a podcast.
Like, yeah, but you know what? This is the thing.
I thought it was just me.
I don't even live in Florida. I'm in Florida. I don't even fucking live in Florida. What the fuck am I doing here right now?
Full-time vacation.
Yeah.
But hold on. You shouldn't feel bad for it, and that's what I hate. I hate when people make me feel bad. People like. Have you ever heard the comment? Well, I've gotten this so many times. Well, you don't have a 9 to 5, or you don't have a real job.
You don't have a real job. You don't have a real job.
I got over that a long time ago.
That's jealousy and nothing else. Fuck that.
No, it's not that I feel bad for it. I just because all my brothers and my sister are all older than me. So my whole life growing up, I would watch them go to work or fucking whatever, put on their suit and go to work, whatever they're doing. Meanwhile, I'm like, I woke up at 11, had breakfast, and now I'm going to the gym. And I'm like,
Yeah.
That's like, you're doing adult shit, like buying cars, buying houses, stuff, but like, you're not, it doesn't feel like you're an adult.
You're
in
buying
that
adult shit, but living an adolescent life.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
I also think it's like what phase you are in it. You know, like when you're beginning and starting out doing this, you know, and especially with our journeys, you know, you got the stress maybe like from the parental side of things that like don't think, you know, that's not a full-time job.
Yeah.
Or you know, that say that and stuff. But then when they see the success and what we're doing and like, you know, we're working just as much, just in different ways. You know, we're applying to our body.
Yeah.
You know, I still work probably 40 hours a week on like clientele and everything, but just spread out. You know, I work 3 hours at the, you know, 2 hours at the end of the night when no one sees it, things like that. But yeah, like you said, I think it's our society that, you know, builds us up that you have to do a 9 to 5 or 8 to 4. You have to get up, the American dream, you know, whatever. But that's what's beautiful about this is you can succeed on your own, you know, with the entrepreneur route. And that's something we've been able to do. And now that we've made it, it's like all the support's there. Now everyone wishes they're doing what they were talking shit about, you know, 3 years ago. So
yeah, now all you hear from your buddies is like, fuck man, I'm so jealous. Like you got it made, like you have the life, you know, like you're just living in Florida, like blah blah blah, you know. It's like it's different the farther you get into it, you know.
Yeah. Although my mom still said to me the other day, she's like, I was at her house and I'm like, I gotta go train, Ma. See you later. She's like, she's like, you're gonna have lunch. I'm like, nah, I gotta go work out. She's like, why are you still doing that working out thing? She's like, why don't you just stop lifting weights?
You're done now. You're done with that.
She's been saying that to me for 20 fucking years. Like, what, you know, it's enough already with the weights. Like, do something else. Like, this one just says business advice. That's all it says.
You get on it. What do you got?
It's such a broad question. I'm like, I don't know.
What's your advice?
My
go to work. Go to work.
Yeah, go to work. That's it. Yeah, I'll give you a broad answer.
And have a cool coffee cup.
Stop drinking out of that fucking mug. I can't take it seriously. Turn it around.
Would you rather
say Time Magazine on it? Why the fuck is it Time Magazine cover? Why is it Time Magazine? I don't get it.
Wait,
where did you buy that? Online?
My buddy got it because you know he was on like all the fucking memes during quarantine.
That guy's been around for fucking a decade.
Yeah, but he was on like every fucking meme. So he like it's like man of the year, like the
Oh yeah.
Would you rather
who had space?
Because Paul sent that to me like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. He sent me a link and it said, check out these new COVID restrictions. And I'm like,
he's still doing it.
I'm like, I don't want to open it, man. I'm like, I'm too busy. Just tell me what they're talking about. And I was actually just being lazy.
Oh, you were being serious.
Yeah. And he's like, no, you got to read it. I'm like, no, just summarize it. I don't feel like reading the article.
You are a fucking lazy player.
And then he says to me, then he was adamant. He's like, no, you got to read it yourself. Then it clued into me. I'm like, dude, it's probably some gay porn or some shit. So then he's like, then he sent me the actual photo of the guy. And I'm like, that's not funny anymore. You didn't get me.
That's my guy's coffee cup.
Okay, listen. Would you rather have explosive diarrhea after every meal you consume or be forced to wear a mask every time you train?
Explosive diarrhea.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I've dealt with that for years. Good.
What was the second part? The second one?
We'll have to wear a COVID mask every time you train forever.
Wear a mask every time you train. I wore a mask for a little while when I was training. It's not that bad. But
I could shit my pants for like 2 minutes. I'm good to go. Let's go.
Every time you eat?
Yeah, it's good. Whatever.
After every meal, you're gonna have diarrhea.
How long is the explosive session?
I don't know.
It's just like one big explosion. You're good.
Is it one big explosion or is it like an ongoing volcano for a couple minutes? Because that would be a determining factor.
Let me ask you how polite you guys are. When that happens, do you clean the toilet after?
If it needs it.
Okay. You don't just leave it, right?
It's your house.
Wait. Leave what?
Why do you bring this up?
Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Leave what, Fouad?
He said he's explosive diarrhea, like explosive, right?
Yeah.
So if you flush the toilet, leaving? If there's still the mess in the toilet,
there's like splattered paint on the fucking.
Do you just leave it for the wife?
No. I live by myself. If there's fucking splattered cement paint, you gotta fucking clean it. Gotta get that.
Okay, you live by yourself.
Then it turns into like hard stone.
Solidifies.
It's like
then it never comes off.
It's like, how does a wet diarrhea turn that hard and doesn't come off the ball?
There's cement.
Well, it's funny you say this because I just like the first time in my life ever, I got called out on this like 4 days ago.
Why?
So after the Olympia, because like all our families were down here for the Olympia, like Melissa's family and my mom and her husband, and then they all came back to Stewart. So because we want to do Canadian Thanksgiving in Florida, like all together, you know?
Yeah.
So they all came back for a week, and my mom and her husband Rob stayed at our condo here. So we have a second bedroom. So I stayed there.
Yeah.
And one day, like, you know, post show, I've been eating garbage. I fucking, you know, I went in the bathroom and I just like fucking rocket all over the toilet. And it looked like I flushed and it looked clean. And then Rob went in and took a piss. So he lifted the seat up.
Oh, no.
And the underside of the seat was just like painted. I'm laying in the bedroom, just like watching a movie or something. He like opens the door. He's like, hey, man. He's like, I'm not sure if it was you, but I think you had a little bit of an explosion there. You might want to clean it up. I'm like, oh, fuck. Sorry. Thanks, man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I fucking so
That's when it gets under the fucking
the whole bottom of the seat. Like, the back
you gotta wonder to yourself, if the bottom of the seat is a mess, are your legs and bottom of your ass also a mess?
I usually, when I wipe, after I'm wipe my ass, I usually take toilet paper and just wipe
your
a little
cheeks.
bit of the no, not the full cheek, hold on, not
like
the full
inner,
cheek, but like I definitely go about 2 inches outside the crack and just wipe, make sure there's no like residue from anywhere. God forbid.
Yeah.
Ian's wiping his legs, the bottom of his legs.
Ian's got the fucking wet wipe like this.
No, I'm getting in the shower after that one.
Yeah. Holy fuck. All right. What's the kindest thing a stranger has done for you?
Oh, that's a good question. I had one of those, we've had this a few times here actually in Stewart, those like pay it forwards at drive-thrus, you know?
The Starbucks thing. I've had that happen to me.
Literally at Starbucks. I was just driving through the other day and someone paid for mine. So I was like, man, pay for theirs.
That's what I did. Except the guy behind me, his order was like $36.
Yeah, like, you always run that risk when you do it. You got to just take it.
I still paid for it. I was like, motherfucker. I'm like, I just wanted one coffee.
You order one $6 coffee and he's got fucking a tray, you know?
A stranger or a friend?
Stranger.
It says stranger.
Oh, stranger.
You know the nicest thing I could say? So when I lived in Milton for a little while, it was just outside Toronto. And I used to travel for SciTech all the time. I'd be gone for like 3, 4, or 5 days at a time. And I became friends with the neighbor across the street. And I think one of the nicest things was I remember leaving one morning. I was trying to catch my flight at like 6 a.m. and he was leaving his house. And he stopped me, asked me where I was going. I told him, and I was like, hey, you know, my wife's by herself. You know, she's just her and the dog. I'm gonna be gone for like 5 days. You might just keep an eye on the house for me. And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I got you, no problem. He's like, I'll fucking, don't worry. I'm watching the house the whole time you're gone. So I was like, I don't think he actually did anything for me, but just knowing that he was like cool enough to be like, I'll keep an eye. Your wife can run over if she's got a problem, and like my wife and I will take care of her. So I thought that was cool. It's probably one of the nicer things I can think of.
I honestly can't think of one.
I can't think of anything either, which is sad.
I can think of a trillion things I've done for people that I don't know. And I'm like,
does that just mean you guys are self-centered, or does it mean you don't?
How's it self-centered? I do shit for people I don't know every fucking day.
Because maybe you don't remember when people are doing nice things for you?
Holding a fucking door is about as far as it goes for me, bro.
I remember having somebody, I lost my wallet one time, and it's something we would do, but like they even took a further step. I lost it somewhere like across town, and I was actually working, and they looked me up on like Facebook and messaged me, and then they ended up bringing the wallet to my work. Like they drove across town to come drop it off to me. And like, you know, then I tried to actually obviously pay them. I wanted to give them something. And they, you know, just good people, you know, something, you know, and it's like, we would do that, but it's like our, you know, in general, our society, like you don't think you're ever going to get that, you know, when it's gone, you think it's gone. Yeah. Because, you know, 50% of people are shitty. So they, you know, they would just steal it or not, you know, not even take action on it. And this person really did. So that was probably the coolest thing I can think of right now.
I have a very similar situation. My Louis wallet that matches that bag, Ian, I put it on the back of my truck and drove off and forgot I put it on the bed of my truck. And I was on the phone with the credit card companies canceling my credit cards. And I get a call from this kid, Mark, who used to train at my gym. Haven't seen him in like 4 fucking years, probably, maybe even 5. And he calls me. He's like, hey, I'm like, what's up, bro? I was like, I haven't heard from you in a long time. And he goes, did you lose your wallet today? And I was like, no fucking way. I was like, yeah. He goes, my friend Lisa was driving and found it in the middle of the highway, stopped, picked it up, Googled you, found you on Facebook, and saw that we had one friend in common. And it was me. And she called me. And she brought it to my house. Yeah. And her name is saved in my phone as Lisa Wallet Lady.
Wallet saver.
Yeah. Even though the wallet got fucking mangled. I had to get it like restitched and sewed. And
this happened in Vegas with the first Olympia I did, 2018. I got off the plane in McCarran at Vegas. I had my fanny pack. I went to take a piss.
I like how you do the fanny pack crossbody because it's instead of
no, I don't do it now. Special. So I went and took a piss in the bathroom, and I was carrying the fanny pack. And when I took a piss, I put in like the airport ledges. I put it up there, and I left.
Oh shit! And
this had my passport, my wallet, everything. And I'm in the U.S. now with no passport. You know, I'm like, and I left the airport. Like I got to the other side of security, realized I'm like, oh.
Was it in a Louis bag too?
No, this one wasn't a Louis. It was like a nice fanny, but I can't remember what.
Okay.
But so I get to the other side of security, and then I went to like reach for something in there, and I was like, "Fuck, where the fuck's my bag?" You know. So then I like went to the security desk or whatever and asked them to radio someone on the other side of the gates, like on the other side of security. And they got like a janitor to go check the bathrooms. It was gone. I'm like, motherfucker, and I thought I was fucked. Like I was, I got my rental car and like, we had to, get a whole new rental because I had no ID to show that that was my rental. And like, we had to get a new reservation under Melissa's name and she had to pay for it and blah, blah, blah. We finally get out of there. And this is even funnier. To add to the story, we get the rental car. This is like a sidetrack, but we get the rental car. We had like a Suburban. We're in the parking lot sitting there. We load everyone. It was me, Chris, Melissa, and I think Courtney was there then. Yeah. We load everything in the SUV. And then I'm sitting in there, like getting the GPS open to find the hotel. And someone hits us from behind in the parking garage.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the guy smoked us. It was like, boom. We're all like, what the fuck was that? And then the guy just backed out and tried to exit the fucking place. And there was like 10 other people standing right there waiting for their cars to be brought up. Yeah. And they all saw, we got out and we're like, what the fuck just happened? They're like, yo, this guy just hit you. So Chris ran across the parking lot. Because where there's like the little exit gates where you give your like shit, like show your thing. And
he was going to get stopped there.
Chris ran across, so like cut across because the guy had to kind of go around.
Yeah.
Stands in front of the guy's car. He's like, where the fuck do you think you're going?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, what? And then the guy and him like got into the shouting match. The guy's like, I didn't hit you. What the fuck are you talking about? And Chris is like, yo, there's literally 25 fucking people here that saw it. So then the people at the rental agency went and pulled up the cameras, saw him do it. This guy came around. He's like, I don't know what you were talking about, blah, blah, blah. He was so fucked on drugs or drunk, man, this guy. He came out and he was like arguing with us. He was yelling belligerently and he was so fucked up. It was crazy. But anyways, we took the Suburban. There was a little ding on it, whatever. But this guy was like, I didn't do anything. And then he actually started saying that we hit him. We're like, no, they hit me.
You were going in reverse.
We were sitting there parked. We were literally parked. We put 0 miles on the car at this point,
Yeah.
But anyway, so we get out of there, and then I get to the hotel, and then it was hard to even check in because I didn't have my ID, and it was the Olympia, like the rooms under your name and blah, blah, blah. And then my cell phone rings, and it was the Treasure Island or like one of these other random Vegas hotels. And they're like, is this Iain Valliere? We have your bag here with like your shit.
You must have got an instant hard on.
Oh yeah. But I'm like, how the fuck did it get there? I left it at the goddamn airport. But I guess somebody found it at the airport, brought it to their hotel where they were staying and just gave it to the front desk here. I was like, hey, I found this at the airport. I didn't know what to do.
Instead of giving it to the airport security or somebody there, let's fuck it all the way to the fucking hotel.
I think they needed the time to think about whether they're going to steal something from it.
Well, this is the thing. I don't think the person was intending to be a good Samaritan. I think they took my bag, were intending to use it, because when I got it, the credit cards were all in different spots and like, you know, everything had been moved around.
Yeah.
I didn't have any cash in the wallet, but there was credit cards and stuff, but they'd all been shuffled around. And then they obviously brought it to the casino, realized they couldn't use my cards with like, you know, pin chip technology at that point. It was new, and the States didn't really have that a lot yet.
Yeah.
And then they had just given it to the people.
So instead of
that's what I think. I think you're right. Yeah.
So you go from being a complete and utter shady, scummy douchebag
to my
to then failing to accomplish your goal, to then thinking now you're being an outstanding citizen and leveling up because you gave the bag to somebody. Like, and that person probably thinks they're a good human.
Yeah.
So that's not really a good story of a stranger doing something nice. That's just somebody who couldn't steal from you.
No, it was just it reminded
that was like he had to be nice by the that wasn't even nice. That was just dumb. Because like a smart thief would have just thrown it in the dumpster.
I remember when I got there to that Olympia and like that happened and the car thing happened. I'm like, this is an omen. This Olympia, I'm gonna come fucking like I'm gonna look terrible. You know, this is just not meant to be. You know,
how'd you do at that Olympia?
I came 14th, but I mean, like it was my debut. It was okay. I was happy. With it.
Yeah. All right. I thought this was a good question. What's your idea of the most perfect day from start to finish? You can go anywhere, do anything, and be with anyone. God. How are you spending that 24 hours?
That's so hard.
See, this is stuff that Fouad thinks about every day.
I want to get on a jet, private jet, and I want to go
a Formula One car.
No, it's not even that crazy. Actually, now that you said it,
there we fucking go.
Maybe I'd like to get on a jet, drive to a Formula One course somewhere, drive a Formula One car.
Wake up, drive the Formula One car to the airport.
Yeah.
Get on the jet.
My original thought was I would just like to get on a private jet with my wife, fly to like the Maldives or like an island in Greece, and just sit on a fucking beach for an entire day with her, maybe do some jet skiing, maybe do some boating, maybe some
have a nice dinner,
fishing, have a nice dinner. Yeah. All like on the beach, have some sex, and then my 24 hours can be over.
Yeah.
You guys get in a fight?
Not a very complex day. What?
Did you guys get in a fight?
Why?
God, this podcast was like, best thing happened to me, marriage, best day. Then on the beach this summer. I'm like, something happened we don't know about.
Like she's gonna hear this. She's gonna hear this after. We're gonna make up. No, actually, today is our 9-year anniversary.
Happy anniversary, little buddy.
Is this 9 years of marriage or 9 years together?
No, 9 years of marriage, 14 years together, I believe.
Nice.
That's hard to find.
Our 9 year is November 17th, like 1 month.
Oh, fuck. So you guys are right by. How long you been together?
That's 9 years together, 3 years married.
Okay. 3 years married. Okay. Yeah, it seems weird. 14 years is like, it's fucking a third of my life.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's like us. Yeah, 10 years, 9 years. That's like almost a third of my life too. It's crazy.
Yeah, like I can't. What the fuck is my? I wouldn't even know what my life would be like.
39 and 0. Yeah.
Yeah, my entire adult life I've been with Melissa. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I see it too. Because before summer I was just fucking drunk all the time.
Right. Jump in. You could dump salt on the wound too.
How long have you been with Ivana? I think I asked you this before. It's 2 years.
Like 2 years, 2 years, 3 years.
Oh, we've been married for 4 and together for 8.
Oh,
fuck. Okay.
Yeah, Brett's gained like 100 pounds. They've like met.
Yeah, gained 100 pounds since then. Exactly. She's seen it all, so she's been with me through everything. You know, it's a keeper.
What guy? When are you gonna get married? What are we waiting for?
A woman.
If you'd stop being so fucking picky and crazy with the women, you might be married.
How am I picking you crazy?
The story you told me about the woman getting the last bite is the best story I've ever heard in my life.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh,
Brett, did you hear that story? So you were on for that podcast?
I was with Guy. Well, I don't know. If
I could literally I could get her on the phone to prove that.
I believe you. That's what I'm saying.
Believe you, for sure.
You're nuts.
Nuts for keeping her?
No, you're nuts for noticing that.
What? How do I not?
Because who does that? Who does that? You took a bite of your food and then watched her, and you're like,
I noticed that every time we were out to eat, like, you know, when like you get done, you're like, fucking, and then like you're always like, I would always notice like after if I took a 5-minute break and then like took one bite, it was always like I'd be like just sitting there, and then like she'd be like,
yeah,
and then I would like be like weird, and then I would wait a little bit, take another, and I'd be like,
you're so fucking weird, guy.
Fucking last bite.
But don't you ever have you ever
like, yes, I do. I'm like, you're so fucking weird.
Have you considered that sometimes eating is like contagious? Like if you're sitting with a group of people, like I've done this, right? Sit with my family, and we're all sitting talking after we're done eating, and then my brother will pick at something, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pick at something too, and then I'll have a bite. It's not because I'm trying to be last. It's just because it's like
you're not picking from somebody else's plate, though.
No, but neither was she.
No, she wasn't either.
She was picking from her own plate.
She was picking. She was like I would finish my meal. She would finish hers. Let's say there'd be like an appetizer on the table that we were sharing that wasn't finished, like some bread. So I would get finished with my meal and like take the bread and like go like this and take a bite. And she'd be like, and I'd be like, then like a couple minutes would go by and I would like take another piece of bread. And then like she would do it shortly after. And I'd be like, do you have to fucking always get the last bite at the table? She's like, I don't know. It's like a thing. I'm like, it fucking drives me nuts.
I would sit there and just out eat her. I'll be like, all right, let's see who gets the last bite. I'd just sit
she
there.
She would have rocked me.
Yeah. Okay. What's your best day? I'm the only one who went so far. Anybody who wants to go next? Ian?
I agree with yours.
Okay. Guy? That's pretty simple.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can't think of what would be.
I mean,
I don't have anybody to do anything with.
Oh
no, I'm just saying. So like,
we could all do stuff.
There we fucking go. The fucking I wasn't
Guy's perfect day is we would all show up at his house and we would all hang out for the day.
And fucking
next weekend. Next weekend's gonna be your perfect day.
Yeah. My fucking dreams coming true.
Brett, what's your perfect? You know what? I follow this page on Instagram. It's just called Vacations, I think. And they're always posting like pictures of like this beautiful beach with like the bluest fucking ocean in the world. And I'm like, man, it'd be nice to just spend a fucking day sitting out there with like someone bringing me food and just hanging out with my wife and just like doing water sports all day long.
Like in a little cabana on the beach.
Yeah.
You get me with the like what they're doing that and like doing the water sports, like doing that and relaxing and go for some jet skiing.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like
you know what, beach, going in the water and then like falling asleep on the beach for like 20 minutes and waking up, going back in the water.
Yeah.
Coming back
what I really want to do is like deep sea fishing, like charter fishing.
You ever done that?
I had a guy actually just at the gym here at Revive the other day came up to me and he was like, congratulating me on the Olympia and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then we were chit-chatting for a while and he said he just moved down here and he works at a local marina and he does like chartered fishing shit like that.
Yeah.
He's like, man, the other day he's like, I saw a fucking, I can't remember what kind of fish he said. He's like, it was like fucking 15 feet long. It was crazy. He's like,
like a marlin or something.
Yeah. Like he's like, it's fucking sick, man. He's like,
why don't you ask MJ if they can? I don't know if they do any chartering that down there. I don't know though.
Is there water in Texas? I know it's a really stupid question, but
there's bordering states and fucking shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm saying I don't know if they have anything like that in Texas. I don't know. Jersey.
I'm sure we're gonna have enough to do, man. Just the racing alone is like I'm fucking dying to do that.
Dude, we're gonna laugh so fucking. It's gonna be a funny fucking couple days.
Brett, what's your ultimate day?
I mean, the beach and stuff sounds awesome. I'm gonna go the exact opposite and go with, and this is something I can't. None of us can probably do right now. Maybe Guy because he's a little guy, but going up to the top of the mountain.
You son of a bitch, a little guy, huh?
Just spending the whole day like either snowboarding or skiing, just because the beauty aspect that comes with that. Like it literally feels like you're on top of the world. When you get to the top of a mountain, you spend the whole day going up and down. I mean, it's draining. I haven't done it for a few years because I can't now because I'm too big. But it was always one thing I'd do every single year. Finish the day at one of the local spots out in front of a fire, maybe smoking a joint, who knows, and just enjoying the day. So
snowboarding is awesome. I've done it for years.
I can do more of that, but it's definitely something you guys should try if you haven't.
You don't think you can do it anymore?
No, I tried like 2 years. I tried it when I was 260, like a year and a half ago, 2 years. And I got up there. I still have a board and everything. Got all laced up, went down about a quarter of the way down. My back quad locked up. I'm falling down the mountain. My low back is pumped up. I can't move. I get down to the bottom. I take out my snowboard. I throw it. I take out my boots because I can't feel my toes. And I was with my buddies. And I'm like, you know, I'll be at the fucking cabin. You guys just go. And so I sat my ass in the cabin all day while they were snowboarding.
I'm like, I used to snowboard a lot and love that. And I didn't do a few years because I was too afraid to get hurt, like with bodybuilding. And then when me and Melissa, we probably been together like 2 or 3 years. Me and her whole family, like, you know, obviously Fouad, like Mont Tremblant.
Yeah.
We all went there and like had a nice cabin up on the ski hill and like did that thing. And I was like, okay, like I'm going to try it. So I had a snowboard still, brought it there and everything. And like, it still felt like I could do it the same. And like, I felt fine, but then I fell one time. Like,
that's all it's going to take.
I fell one time and it was like the world ended. Like it was the hardest. It was a fall that when I was like 16 or 150 pounds, it would have been like, nothing, get up, you know? I was like, you know, like I was fucking done. I was like, this is it. That's the end. Never doing this again, you know?
Yeah, man. It's crazy the small amount of shit that you can do when you're this big. Like,
well, this is what I don't understand is so Brett, I haven't gone in a couple years, but I went, I've gone the past 5 years, I think like twice or 3 times. But the first time I went after like an 8-year hiatus of not doing it, or 8 or 5 year hiatus, I went a couple times up and down the mountain, and both my quads waiting on the fucking line, both locked up. And you know how you have one in, one out? Bro, I went down, and then I'm like, how can I fucking get through a 2-hour workout of legs?
Yeah.
Squat all this crazy weight, and I can't just fucking stand and go down a hill without my legs fucking locking up.
Different stimulus.
I know, but it's wild how different it is.
Yeah. I always like that kind of vacation. You know, summer's not a cold person, but Ian, you know, Blue Mountain, Collingwood. Yep. So that's something I like to do. I would love to do too. Is just spend a day, get a chalet there, and fucking hang. I used to.
That's what Melissa and I are doing. Like for a vacation after after a season here, we're gonna go up like, you know, somewhere like
But I don't feel like it's worth it to go there. Like I used to ski and I can't ski anymore, so I'm like, I feel like
it's still nice, like just to be in those like kind of villagey places and like go in the hot tubs and like, you know, go around. Like that's nice, man. You know.
I wonder how that is with like vaccination shit right now.
Well, I wouldn't go up to Canada. We go to what's the fucking place in Colorado again?
Vail.
Well, there's resorts, you know, Keystone, Breckenridge, Vail, Aspen.
Ben's in Vail right now, I think.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's in Beaver. I'm gonna go meet up with him on Friday. We're gonna go up there, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, we're gonna meet him first and stuff.
How far is he from you right now?
It's like an hour and a half from where I'm at right now.
Maybe you guys should do some hostile stuff while you're there. Just gonna add work to your trip.
Put him to work on the vacation, you know.
Some boss you got, Brett.
He's always.
I'm always busting their balls. Fucking more videos, more content. If you could wake up tomorrow having mastered one skill, what would it be?
Bashan.
Drums.
Yeah, I would take it. I'd either be like the best singer or best like at a good instrument like drums or fucking guitar or something like that.
I have a drum set because
I'd love to be able to be amazing.
Why is Guy laughing? Why are you laughing, you fuck? So
listen, I just wanted to come at you with nutsack and I just stopped. It was like an immediate reaction. You said drum set, I thought Step Brothers, and laugh came out. That's literally what happened. That's literally the correlation of you saying drum
totally
set
forgot about
where
that.
My head went. That's exactly what happened.
Right away, yeah.
No, I've always wanted to learn how to play drums. So Summer bought me a drum set like 3 years ago for my birthday. And I tried to learn for like a few months and I'm like, fuck, I just can't fucking do it, man.
I think rather, if I'm going to play an instrument though, I'd rather play something that's everywhere. Like play the piano because like pianos are everywhere. And if you
piano's cool.
Like go full Chinese mode on a piano, man, you're fucking swag. Like, that's cool.
Full Chinese mode. I got to cut that.
Yeah, when I go like
full Chinese mode.
I mean, that's true. Fuck. That's a compliment, you know.
I know it is.
Leave it. I'll take.
No, I like the drums because when I'm fucking listening to like
way more cool for sure.
When I'm listening to like Metallica or listening to something heavy, it's like it's cool to be able to like play with it.
Yeah.
Plus, I was always jealous of fucking Luke. Luke could play the drums. And I remember I asked Luke on one of our podcasts when I first got my drum set. I'm like, hey man, when you first sat down at your drum set, I'm like, was it like you could just play or did you have to like? No, he literally told me, he's like, yeah, I just kind of figured it out. I was like, what
really? Drum set? Just say the drums. Just say drums. Stop saying drum set.
Anyway, when he said that, it was
drum
just
kit.
Drum kit, yeah. No, when he said that, it was discouraging because I'm like, well, I can't fucking just play. But I think it's also harder to learn when you're big because like just holding the fucking drumsticks is like
Everything's harder to do to pick up too when you're older.
Yeah.
They say it's easier to teach somebody who's a lot younger. Like I bought a guitar to learn.
Well, yeah, you have a way more like neuroplasticity when you're young.
Yeah. All right, so I got mine. Ian, you said piano.
I'm taking piano.
Guy, one thing you could do. Actually, can I change mine? Mine.
Oh.
I could drive a Formula One car. That'd be like what I'd master.
God, his fucking answers is the same to every. If he can figure out a way to fit fucking Formula One into every answer, it would be that. Like we just stop asking.
Until he gets in that car, it's gonna keep being.
I know.
Yeah.
Can Formula One send this motherfucker an invite, please?
I would probably be the worst driver ever, also, but it's just something I want to do.
Yeah.
I'd be like crash.
Crash a fucking $4 million car.
I'd be so happy.
Guy, what do you want to do? What do you want to master?
Oh God, if I could
being married.
You want to master being
married? I've done that. I did.
But you didn't master it.
I mastered the marriage and mastered the divorce.
No, seriously, is there something like, because honestly, when I think of the drums,
well, you know what? I used to love watching like the what do you call it? Like what was it called? Like The Voice and all that. Like I love listening to people. Jose does too. We talk about it all the time. If I could do something, I probably want to sing. Like
that's why I said that first. Being an amazing singer is such a fucking sick skill to have.
It really fucking is.
Can I show you guys this?
And I'm like big into country music too. So like I love listening to music. I can listen to music all day.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I'm like fascinated by like weird shit all of a sudden. Like if people playing instruments is crazy to me, or like this is something new I've been watching on YouTube, which is fucking crazy. Have you guys ever seen these guys going downhill on their skateboards?
On those fucking skateboards?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
This is fucked up, man. This is crazy shit.
You catch a fucking a pebble on your truck and it's night, keep your booty all tight because you're fucked.
Yeah.
Check this out, man.
They fly.
Like I watch these guys and I'm like, man, they look like
they go 100 miles an hour. It's fucking crazy.
They look like they're having the time of their fucking life.
No chance. That's no chance.
I'm not saying I want to do it, but I just like I'm fascinated.
In a t-shirt.
Yeah, I know. Could you imagine bailing?
Oh,
bro, he's dead. There's like he's getting fucking launched. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Look at this shit. It's like there's ones that are like, look at that. Like they're just
the guy filming him. The guy filming him.
He's in a car, obviously.
You think so?
He's probably on a bike or something. Yeah, on a
bike. Sure.
Yeah, he's probably on like a scooter or something. But it's just like it's nuts. Like look at this turn coming up. He's just going down.
Are his hands interlocked by his ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think I can pull that move off.
Fucking aerodynamics, bro.
You can't do that. Hell no.
Anyway,
okay. He's fucking throwing tricks in it now.
Oh, this corner. Look at this corner coming up. Hairpin. Ah! Ah!
I saw one where a guy went off
the edge. What the hell?
Yeah, man. It's nuts. I've been watching a lot of these things like skateboard tricks and shit. It's like
I've gone down the skateboard rabbit hole a few times, yeah.
I still have my skateboard. I sent Fouad the fucking video.
I have never skateboarded in my life. I have no idea why I'm fascinated by it. I don't even know what the fuck it would be.
There she is. I saw you. Nothing gets by me.
Who?
She's hiding in the background.
You're not even in it.
Move over a bit. Hi.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Hi, guys.
That's funny timing. Melissa literally just walked in the door as Ivana walked into the frame, too.
Ivana.
If I needed a math skill set, what should it be?
He's asking the
growing better facial hair.
No, it's good. He's got a good design. He's got a good design going.
Good design.
Growing ass hair, maybe.
Ass hair. I need to grow more ass hair.
You need more ass hair.
One skill of any kind.
I thought that was a skill not to have.
I know. I was going to grow less ass hair.
He grows zero hair.
How?
I don't know. I'm wondering.
I grow fucking more ass hair than facial hair.
That's what takes me the longest to shave when I'm prepping for shows.
Oh God, I'm glad.
My butt, yeah.
Okay, I don't have a lot of hair on my butt either, so I don't know what to say right now.
Nothing. You just don't have a lot of hair on your ass. Don't feel ashamed.
Why is Brett getting shamed for that?
You're
not getting shamed. We're jealous.
Oh,
we're jealous for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so team no butt hair.
What Brett's what's one skill you want to master?
I instantly thought of something of monetary value. So I was thinking like mastering, like becoming like a poker player or some kind of form of gambling, you know, because then you never have to work cards of your life just to make millions and millions of dollars and, you know, enjoy doing it as well.
Blazarian.
I mean, if you mastered piano, you could do piano gigs and get paid.
Yeah, but ain't nobody paying you millions of dollars for that.
I wonder what
I want to be on and doing the World Series of
serenade
with the glasses on and the fucking cowboy hat.
And knowing I'm going to beat everybody because I mastered this skill.
I'd be in a cowboy hat serenaded chicks on stage.
I'm Chris Stapleton over here, yeah.
So singer, piano player, poker player, drummer.
I said piano player.
This is gonna look like a cute cartoon.
What would you say?
What's Melissa saying?
She said it's kind of same as Brett.
With the stock markets.
She's like, I'd want to be really fucking business savvy, like, you know, be like some stock market.
Oh, it'd be great to master the stock market. Fucking.
That's where I was going with it. That's what I thought.
Well, here you go. Now, foo. I might change it now.
No, I've always been. I honestly like. I'm honestly like fascinated by people who could play instruments. So I'm going to stick with mine.
Me too. I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, I'm always really jealous of people who play guitar or drums or piano or any of that.
You guys can all play. I'll sing. Singer makes the most money anyway.
You think you can sing?
I said it was a skill I could have.
Let me hear you sing something.
Suck balls.
All right, we'll do one more question and we'll go.
And then we'll go.
That one's boring. Is leaving a relationship for bodybuilding selfish?
Well, you typed
That's
in
a good question.
Why does everyone leave me?
This is a
I did not.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That was a generic search.
I don't forget a fucking
That was generic, you motherfucker. That wasn't what I typed.
Why does everyone leave me? I'll never forget it. The first time
this is a
showed his screen,
everything, you know.
The first time he showed his screen, he like showed it and he said like why, and like
oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
Like,
no, wait a minute.
Believe me.
No, okay, watch. I'm going to show you what happened.
It's because you search yourself.
No, come on, quick.
So this is what happened. I typed.
Wait, he probably just cleared out his.
No, I didn't. I typed in.
I don't even believe you.
I typed in Y, and a whole bunch of stuff popped up, and Guy thought that was my search. So I'm going to type in Y again and see what comes up. Why women kill? Why is my poop green?
I believe you. Why I was tired. I believe you just got a dog. I believe why do dogs eat grass? Why is there a chip shortage? I don't even know what that is. Why am I so tired?
These are all generic. They're all generic, you idiot.
Yeah, it's the most commonly searched on Google. Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, what did we say? Is it selfish? What did the guy say?
Someone for bodybuilding. And this is where I said that context is everything in this. It depends. Yeah. You know, because like, what is she being a completely unsupportive fucking bitch about it, or like is she being the best person ever and you're just a d-bag? Like, it matters.
The question was: is it selfish to leave a relationship for bodybuilding?
If you're not going to at least try, yeah.
Yeah, if both partners, like if you're trying your hardest and they can't deal with it, and like you know that this is what you're going to do, then obviously then you've reached an impasse. But I mean, yeah, like I said, context is everything in this.
I think if you're going to date, if a girl is going to date a man who competes, I think in order to know if the relationship is going to work, you have to go through the full process of the bodybuilder being in his off season and being able to do normal people shit. And then you have to know the bodybuilder in contest mode when he can shut everything down and emotions and be completely different than you're used to. Because if you don't know that and you can't understand it, then it's not going to work. And a lot of.
But I also think, wait, this goes from both sides because that.
Yes, that's why I said if one, both sides.
This is also the bodybuilder to not be a fucking
100%. 100%.
Okay, wait a second. I have another scenario I want to ask you guys. So let's say the guy just loves bodybuilding, but he's not going to compete. He is never going to be a pro. He's never going to make a living at it. The girl is a 10 out of 10 in every single way. Does he make concessions for her, or does he like, no, I love bodybuilding, fuck it?
Only you can know this answer, though.
Yeah, I mean, it depends.
Because what do you value more? Do you value your bodybuilding more, or do you value your 10 out of 10 girls?
I would say this: the fact that he has to ask the question answers the question.
You mean the fact that he has to clear it with her if he wants to bodybuild?
No, the fact that he has to ask you what he should do shows that he probably, if he cared about her that much, you'd make a concession for somebody.
No, I don't think that's true, because I think some guys, okay, this is a scenario I'm thinking in my mind, even though there's no context. I'm thinking this kid probably wants to be a pro, and the girl is probably like, I don't think that's cool. And he's like, is it selfish of me to be like, fuck it, I want to pursue my dreams?
Or maybe it could be that he wants to be a pro, and the girl's like, I love you to death, but there's like no way on God's green earth you have the gym.
No, I think most of the scenario it's going to be that she's not understanding the time that it takes to go to the gym and the competing, and that when is competing or prepping for a show that he's more distant and these kind of things. It's always usually a lack of understanding of the concept, and then the guy just being like, this is what it takes, you know? So I think it's usually comes down to a lack of communication. I mean, that people are just not understanding the process and communicating the process. And if you are trying to do all those things and you know you still want to bodybuild and you're trying to communicate and it's just not working, well then yes, I think it's acceptable to leave if that is going to, you know, bring you more happiness in the long run. But you have to weigh what matters more to you at that point in your life, you know?
Yeah.
I think people should do what makes them happy. So if it makes you happy to bodybuild and the person that's with you doesn't want you to do the thing that makes you happy, then you're probably not compatible.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
that was my point.
Yeah. The only thing I worry about is in a case of delusion where the guy's like,
yes,
investing 100% of his time into bodybuilding, think he's going to be a pro when he has no business. And meanwhile, he's got this perfect person that's here and he doesn't recognize it. And
See, I think I see that more than I see the person who's delusional more than I see the person that thinks reality.
But then I wondered to myself, the counterpoint to that is whether it's delusion or not, if he's doing something he loves, then
still something he loves.
Then who the fuck's to say, you know?
Yeah, but
that girl might be a 10, but not for him.
He needs to find someone that is understanding of that is his passion, whether it's going to make
But what would the passion then be? Just going to the gym?
Yeah, like what if he just loves working out and he's not going to be a pro?
And she's giving him shit for working out?
No, he just does everything that we do.
Yeah.
He just doesn't ever step on the stage.
Yeah, like he lives a lifestyle.
He eats all the regimented meals, and when I go to family meals, he's like, "No, I'm going to eat
that meal." If he's not being a dick,
he trains. What?
If he's not being a dick and he's not doing anything directly to negatively impact the relationship, she needs to shut the fuck up, or he needs to move on.
But it would be.
The thing is,
if I'm gonna take the girl's side for 1 second, it would be negatively impacting me, because let's say you're just going to the gym for fun, you're just living the lifestyle, you're not making money at this thing, right? Mm-hmm. And we can't go to dinner 2 or 3 times a week because you're like, oh, I got to eat my meals at home, or we can't go on vacation because you're like, well, they don't have a gym there and I can't go there. Well, now you're fucking up my whole relationship, and you're not even doing it for like, see, Summer, this is what I'm trying to say. Summer lives with the bullshit that comes with my life because my life earns money. But if my life was just a hobby and it was fucking up our relationship, that would be different.
I agree with you to a point, but then I also think that this guy could find.
It also started as a hobby.
Wait,
no, it
this
didn't.
guy could also find 10 other girls that will accept his hobby for what it is, and that might be accepting of that, and that would be a better fit for him. So if someone's not understanding of that, just maybe it's just not the right fit for you.
But he also has to know that girl, Iain, that you're talking about might not have the qualities that check the boxes that the girl he currently has.
All I'm trying to say is if you're just doing it for a hobby, maybe don't be crazy. Like if you're not earning money, like, and your girlfriend, like, yeah, I want to go to dinner a couple times a week, or I want to go on vacation, you have to miss the gym twice. Don't be like, no, bodybuilding is the most important thing. Fuck you. Like you might lose.
Listen, it's not, I know people hate doing it, but you can go out to eat and be like, listen, I want chicken and broccoli plain. Don't put anything on it. Like no oil, just use like Pam spray. Like you can go out and eat. And like, if you want to bring a scale to be OCD, you absolutely can. But like when people go, oh, I can't, when I go out, I usually just bring my food, but I'll go out and sit down and I'll be like, hey, listen, can you just heat this up for me? If I'm like really anal, but I'll make the sacrifice and get dressed and go out to eat. But a lot of times the girl want you to enjoy the food with them. So that becomes a problem.
If I'm in the off season, I'll eat anywhere. I don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
Get a steak and potato anywhere. Like,
well, a lot of people are like, "Oh, 16 weeks out, I won't go in here." Like, I used to go on dates, but just bring my food and just to go out.
Yeah. I don't know. Go ahead, Brett.
Listen to this real quick. I did that butcher sampling. So my sauce that's coming out next week. I did a sampling at the expo at the Olympia, and this guy comes up to me and he has his meal with him. I mean, I'm guessing he was dieting, prep, whatever. And he pulls out his scale. He's like, "I want to try your sauce." And he's like, "But I got to weigh it out." And I'm like, first off, I'm like, "Okay, dude, like, what the fuck?"
Isn't your calorie? It's like a 10-calorie sauce or something.
It's like, yeah, it's a low-calorie condiment sauce. I'm like, okay, whatever. He's like, "Yeah, I need 30 grams." So I'm like, "Oh, all right, I'm pouring it." I go over I go to 32 grams, and I look up, and this guy's just giving me the look, the fucking look. Like
he's mortified.
Over, and I go, "Dude, you can chill out about 2 grams of a low condiment sauce. It's okay." Like, I just got I'm like, go do a couple of jumping jacks or something. It's all good. Like,
how about by the time you walk out of here, it's gonna be burned off?
Oh, dude, I just had such a.
Do any of you guys weigh your condiments?
No.
What's that?
Do any of you guys ever weigh your condiments?
No, especially. Okay, first of all, I've never weighed a condiment, but I guess I could see it making sense if you had like maybe a barbecue sauce that had more sugar in it or something.
Or you're like a serial killer.
Yeah, but this is talking about a sauce that was low calorie.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would never listen. Even a barbecue sauce, I've never weighed any sauce. I'm just saying, like, the only way I could justify it is if, like,
fucking ridiculous.
It does sound crazy. It does sound like I don't even. Man,
this is kind of a tangent, but I had this happen at the meet the pros at the Olympia too. I had a guy come up to me. Yeah. He was one of those guys that I could tell, like, he was kind of like tall, wearing like a Gymshark like cut off, and like
you didn't know where he fit in.
One of those guys that like Googles the shit out of everything, And he came up, and I had a long line, like quite a long line.
Yeah.
And gets the front of the line, and he wanted to talk for a fucking hour. Which, okay, sure. I felt like I could feel the awkwardness of the other people. But this guy, first thing he says to me, he's like, I'm really confused how you're an open bodybuilder and how you coach Chris to do classic physique. Like, it's a completely different look. Like, how do you do that when you're a bodybuilder? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you're trying to be, big and ripped for bodybuilding, and he's trying to look like a classic physique guy. I'm like, and?
Yeah.
I just tried to explain to him. I'm like, and when I said this, I looked at him and I said, at the end of the day, man, we're all just trying to get fucking big and peeled,
Yeah.
I'm like, obviously Chris is within the confines, but like, then we just diet him a little harder. Like, and I was like, Chris and me train the exact same way. There's literally no difference. There's no like training for classic physique style. And he looked at me like I was fucking insane. He he actually looked at me like I was an idiot, a complete idiot.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking stupid,
Yeah.
And I was like, no, man, it's the exact same. Like, we train the same ways. We eat the same foods. Chris, just in the off season, can fucking eat 2 meals a day and go on vacation, not worry about growing in the off season because his weight is already kind of at the cap,
Yeah.
And then when it's like 24 weeks out, let's fucking give her,
Yeah.
And he literally just could not believe that classic physique guys don't train for like a classic look. I was like, yo, they're just bodybuilders. You're either born with that shape and that structure, and then you confine to the weight, and the weight is like, when you try, if Chris tried to push up to 280, he would look different.
Yeah.
And like, I look a lot different at 225, my structure and shape, but he just could not believe that, like, it wasn't just like the classic physique training protocol,
Yeah. It's weird.
I couldn't even believe it.
It's weird. I think this is why I like doing the podcast, and I try and delve into things a little deeper when we're talking about them, because I think people have a lot of misconceptions about what we do, like weighing your sauces. Like, we talk about Roman being crazy or Iain being crazy, but like,
that's
Iain,
on another scale.
Yeah, Iain, you're not measuring any sauces. James not measuring any sauces. Like, no. I don't know what I don't know how to relay it to make sure people kind of know.
Every time I take my ketchup out, now I'm weighing it and sending everybody.
All right, boys.
Yes,
been
sir.
on for a while. We'll catch up. So Friday, are we gonna do a podcast next week, or are we just gonna do a live podcast? Because Michael told me they had like a full studio and the whole fucking bit.
They do.
Yeah.
Unless we do one on Tuesday and then do one there.
And then do a live one.
That would be wild, a live one. That means any slip ups can't get edited.
I barely, dude. I
We
barely
barely
edit
edit
this thing.
anything out of these anyways.
I
yeah.
barely edit. Fuck all.
Yeah.
The only time I edit anything is when Ian's really racist. I just edit.
My Chinese piano skills, bro. Full China mode.
All right. Okay. I'll catch up with you guys.
All right,
We'll set something up for next week.
Yeah.
All right. You want me to call Michael first?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, you guys are such.
I'm gonna call him anyway. So yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
For my flight. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.